So we first came over in November of 2023 and we met you here at the farm and we had a look round and we really liked it. Then we kept in contact and we negotiated over sort of Christmas period, early January, and agreed a price. And then we were hoping to get over in February to do the final paperwork, but couldn't get here for the date that you wanted. So we did a promise contract and finally signed all the paperwork late February. So really, the whole thing took less than 2 months to complete. So that was very, very quick. And all the way through it, if we needed any paperwork or we needed anything doing, we asked Dinesh and he would get on it. He got the water tested for us and provided us with a report. He kept coming and checking on the land and sending us videos of the land and how it was doing and how it looked. So we were always in touch and always communicating. So if we had any worries, we could talk to you and you would respond. And if you were worried about anything, you'd talk to us. So it was a really good process, really.
We watched a lot of YouTube people who had moved over here and told us a lot of problems. The timing just took so long. But with Denise, like I say, we owned the property in 3 months, which is amazing.
Yeah, and actually we wouldn't have found the property if it wasn't for the video on YouTube. Dinesh and his father arranged for trenches to be dug on the land. They did all that work for us to drain all the water and direct the water. So he dug a trench around the side of the land, which has created this lovely stream. And they did that for us because they knew we were bringing a caravan on the land. We didn't ask them to do it. They've just done it. And I think that shows a lot about what life here in Portugal is like and how the people are friendly and helpful. Everyone we've met when we've gone out is friendly and helpful. And Dinesh continues to help us with translating stuff for us, making us and supporting us to understand the different services and going to appointments with us if we need him to help us with that.
So when I came over in February to sign the papers, I met Denise and he ran me through everything that was going to happen that day. He picked me up and took me to the council where we signed all the paperwork.
He showed you all the important places?
And after that, they took me out for dinner, which was lovely. You don't get that in England with with people. But yeah, all in all, it's just been, Denise has just made this so easy, where we had a lot of worries first when we came here, or just even looking into buying in Portugal. But he's made it great.
Living in England and living in the south of England, you're nervous. It's difficult to trust because there are so many people out there who are trying to rip you off. And we'd heard horror stories. You know, as much as there are good stories on YouTube, there are bad ones. And, you know, they say everyone in Portugal now is an estate agent and they're selling people properties that will never get permission or permits for them to build and live in them. They are agricultural buildings and, you know, people have fallen foul to this. But so it was quite difficult to trust you at first because we didn't know you. And as much as we wanted to, it was hard because where we come from, it's really difficult to trust people. But you haven't let us down. You got the paperwork that showed it was an urban property. You got it, you know, you got all the paperwork. We were lucky enough to meet another English gentleman in Fundão who'd been living there for 12 years. And he introduced us to his solicitor. So that was good because this was an English gentleman who'd gone through the experience and had a good experience with the solicitor. So we had if you like, an independent person who was representing us, that we could say, is this right? And they would tell us yes or no. But it was always right. You didn't ever give us anything that was wrong. But we had to check. And I would advise anyone sort of embarking on this sort of journey to have that, because then not everyone is as nice as you.